A-level business paper 3 is tomorrow. These are my exam predictions and last minute revision tips as a girl who got an A star. Paper 3 is the hardest paper, so trust me when I tell you that you do not want to skip this video. Please do not spend loads and loads of time revising the pre-release. You do not need to revise the pre-release at all. You can still get an A star. You will have everything you need in that paper, in those extracts. Of course, it's great to have some background knowledge on the industry, but you don't need to waste your time today revising it. Your time is so much better spent revising content and particularly exam structure. Paper 3 is the hardest paper because students struggle with timing the most. There are so many long answer questions and people tend to waffle on those 10, on those 12 markers and then run out of time for their 20s or your 24s for AQA. Be really strict with yourself. It's so important at the start of the paper when you have these shorter answer questions. Remember, they're not worth as many marks, so please don't waffle on them. Please don't waste your time. Dedicate a good chunk of time to reading those extracts. Remember that business studies is not just about displaying your knowledge. It's about being able to apply your knowledge to that specific setting. My business teacher used to say, you can know all of the content, but if you don't apply it to that business in the exam, you're going to get a C. You could know none of the content, but infer things from the extract and still get an A. That might be a bit dramatic, but hopefully it demonstrates the importance of using the extract, that application, because you need to apply it to that specific business to do that focused analysis. Now, predictions. I really think you're going to get a question on PED or YED, so price elasticity of demand, income elasticity of demand. Business students tend to struggle with this. Economic students, please be careful with this topic because if you talk about it in an economic context, you still won't get the marks if you're not applying it to a specific business. Always think about this from a business perspective. What does a business like? They like an inelastic product. What if they have a luxury product? What if they have a necessary product? Think about all of these things and what a business can do with this information. Remember your SPLAT acronym. I really think you'll get a question on external influences. Even if you don't get a question on it though, it's always great to bring in for your evaluation. Think your MOT. Think your evaluative point, your however point. It's always great to think about external influences. How do these PESTLE factors impact the industry as a whole? I do think you're either going to get investment appraisal or critical path analysis. Critical path analysis is not hard, it just looks scary. So please understand what you're doing and work backwards. If you don't understand that, I recommend just going to watch a YouTube video on it. And then your theme 4 stuff, they like to test this. They like to test your understanding of international business. Do you understand how exchange rates work? If the exchange rate changed, how would this affect this business and this industry as a whole? I also recommend watching the Tutor to You video tonight because they tend to do live streams the night before every exam. They're really helpful. They will also predict topics that will come up. Make sure you're answering your questions with reference to the business in the extract and thinking about the industry as a whole. Best of luck in your exam. Follow for more A-level tips.